Hi, my name is Mary Kay Anderson, and today I am going to be talking to you and giving this talk about hypnosis for the soul. Now, first, let me just tell you, I'm in my mobile studio today, running around the country doing what I need to do. So excuse my portable studio. Usually I have a nice little backdrop and everything in it, but not today, so apologies. I'm going to make one little adjustment here, guys, okay, because that makes me feel better, okay? Hope it makes you feel better. So today we're going to talk about hypnosis for the soul. And what am I talking about? I guess would be the first question I'm sure that's in your mind. Well, first let me tell you, those who know me, you know this spiel already, but my name is Mary Kay Anderson. I'm a retired nurse, energy therapist, and intuitive healer and hypnotherapist. What I do is I help people move from a place of struggle and pain into that place of freedom. I help them find the way through and maybe even adjust the goals at the end. It depends on where they're at. But most of my clients are those who come to me and they say, I'm stuck. I don't know how to get unstuck and I'm not even sure where I'm going. So that's my job. And through doing my job, I have developed some ways of accessing information in a different way for a different perspective. Thus became born Hypnosis for the Soul. Now, Hypnosis for the Soul is about looking at everyday issues and extraordinary issues, but looking at these issues from a different perspective, through a different lens, if you would so say. And we have 3 to 4 different segments that we do that each brings a different perspective to these particular problems. And even if you feel like you've cleared up your issues here on this planet and you're in pretty good form, doing hypnosis for the soul can help you get a deeper perspective and a deeper clarity of what is going on. Okay? What is going on? It's almost like making your soul transparent, where you can see what's happening and what's going on and why certain things have happened and or are happening. So I hope I haven't confused you yet, but I'm going to hope that I haven't. So Hypnosis for the Soul, I started the development. The first time it debuted was at, I believe, the last RDS that we had in Dublin. The last RDS program in Dublin was the year, it was either the last or next to last one that we debuted the first segment of Hypnosis for the Soul. The second segment, I take back, sorry. The second segment of Hypnosis for the Soul. And we have had great response with it. Its objective is to clear and remove negative energy that we don't even know if it's there or why it's there or how come it's there. It's goal-oriented, and we work through that and with that in an energetic way to help you remove those things in your life, in your energy field, in your whole being that are causing you problems and getting in your way. That's the first segment. The first segment is basically past life regression, which we do. And that's pretty down pat. Most of you know me for that. Some of you have been to me for that. So the first part, we do hypnosis, we do past life regression, and then we're going to clear the negative energy out. And then once we've done that, then we're going to go ahead and we are going to look at every aspect of your life through a different lens, a spiritual lens. We're going to look through each and every crappy relationship, each and every issue, each and every negative thought. We're going to look at those things, relationships. We're going to look at those through a different lens, a higher lens. And the thing is that, as I said, a lot of people, when we start this, they move very quickly through those problems, very quickly. Other people, well, those who have already done some or a lot of work on themselves, as we go through and we look at those through these different lenses, what we find is, what we find is that those people, even though they're cleared and it's not such an emotional thing anymore, they finally get some clarity. They finally get a little more courage to be able to go, do you know what? I don't like that. I'm going to change this. And lastly, they now have the courage, they now have the confidence to conquer what's in their way. And this is brilliant. And these are my three. This is what I do. I help people get clarity. I help them create courage to move forward and then to conquer all of the things that are in their way. That's basically what I do. If I put it in one word, I call it transparency. Bringing you transparency. Where before it was brick walls and clouds is now crystal clear. Okay. So through using spiritual constructs, we are going to be able to help you clear and clean up different things throughout your system, throughout your energy system. We can even apply this through your body. We can apply it to just about anything that is a problem for you. We can use these constructs and get in there and start tidying up and cleaning up each and everything. Now that all sounds very good. And excuse me, I have a bit of a frog in my throat. He won't jump out. So the bottom line is that we have lots and lots of things going on. And sometimes we're not exactly clear as to what the real problem is or what the real problem is. So when people come to work with me, first thing is we begin with clarity. And we're going to begin by reading your soul energy and seeing what's going on and what's happening and what's in the way. And I've had a lot of people we get to start working and they'll go, oh my God, I didn't realize that was a problem. Or I'll have people that will be up until the minute we start hypnosis. They're saying, oh no, this isn't a problem for me. And I'm like, that's fine. If it's not, then we'll know that when we get in there and we'll move in a different direction. But the minute I get them to that space where they're saying, no, it's not a problem, they're cheering, they're crying, they're upset because it is a problem. It's because sometimes we make things not a problem so we don't have to look at them. We repress them, we push them down, and we say, no, it's not a problem. But on that energetic, quote, spiritual level, it's a big problem. And so now we're able to help people to be able to access that, look at that, and change it. Absolutely, positively change it. Now, excuse me, I've recently had a client in who, after one session, was delighted with themselves. They came in with a lot of distress and a lot of looking back at and having sudden realizations about life. And after our first session, which included some spiritual work, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Now, by no means complete, but massive progress in the first session. So this is powerful work, and I developed this work simply because we were getting answers, people were getting well, but then there'd be those niggly things, and then there'd be this, and then there'd be that niggly thing, and traditional functioning with hypnosis, it was getting it, but I felt that we needed a different perspective. Thus, I began working with these 3 or 4 spiritual constructs and beginning to work with hypnosis through those constructs so that we could clear the things that maybe we wouldn't be able to clear otherwise. So it's brilliant work. And if you're really, really stuck, it works really, really well. Very well, actually. So what's it all about? Hypnosis for the soul. It's about looking at your life, this piece of your energy that is here as you, okay? And we're going to look at that through a different lens. We're going to look to look at your environment through a different lens. We're going to look at your relationships through a different lens. We're going to look at everything through a different lens. All right? Because the lens that we're using is okay, and we're getting some results. But wouldn't you like some better results? Wouldn't you like to know more? Wouldn't you like to be able to be very clear about what's going on? So from that, at the second RDS, the RDS that was like the last or second to the last, we unveiled part 2. Now, part 3 and part 4 have been developed over the past couple years, in which we are going about probably 2 steps further to begin to access the energies that are creating the problems that you're experiencing. What are the problems you might be experiencing? One might be that you're just so stuck and you're miserable and you don't know what to do or where to go. That's fair. Another one might be one, well, you've done all this work and I've done all this work on myself, but I'm still having a problem. Or I had some therapy, I had some treatments, and it came back. I was great for a while, but now it's back. So all of these sorts of issues will be addressed. Okay, we will address why. Why does it come back? Is it an attraction issue? Is it that we never got it out in the first place? What is the problem? And we look at all those things. And, excuse me, and we also look at, again, relationships. We look at what's the real purpose of these relationships? Why are we having these relationships, particularly if they're bad relationships, if they're relationships in which we feel quite negative, or we feel like we're being put down, or we feel like we're creating ourselves over to satisfy this person so they'll like us. Why are we doing that? Why is that there? I can help you find that answer. We look at everything that way. So Hypnosis for the Soul is about transparency. It's about getting the clarity so that you can find the courage to move forward and conquer all of the things that are in your way. That is what Hypnosis for the Soul is about. Now, over the past couple years, I've developed these, the last 2 pieces of this puzzle. And again, getting amazing results. Some of you may have actually experienced those sessions with me. And I have to say, each one that I've done, I'm amazed each time at the ease that we're able to do it and the depth of the emotional response that we get to clearing this stuff up at that level. It's brilliantly and absolutely amazing. I'm delighted with it all the time. Absolutely delighted. So what is the real kick of this Hypnosis for the Soul? What are we actually really doing? Well, what we're really doing is we're using a standard therapy called hypnosis, okay? And we are going from a different perspective so that at this perspective, you are going to be able to get a different perspective. Now, I know that's using perspective an awful lot. I just don't know what other word works. Okay, that's the part. I don't know what other word works. But we may see this relationship as they did me wrong. But once we go through the system and we start looking at the relationships from this perspective, we begin to see our role in it. We begin to see, yeah, they did me wrong, but here's what I did. Or they did me wrong. Why didn't I do something about it? Why didn't I change? Why didn't I go somewhere? And if you're having issues around relationships, if you're having issues with emotional, physical, any kind of abuse, please get yourself safe. And then the next thing I say, check my LinkedIn page, Mary Kay Anderson, and there's an article there that I hope would help you to know and understand what's actually going on in that particular situation, okay? And I won't speak more about it because that's not what this video is about. But I just want to throw that in there because I've been there and I know what it's like and I know what it's about. So check in on LinkedIn, have a look at the article. It's called 5 Things Abusers Don't Want You to Know. And have a look at it. And my LinkedIn, and I'm Mary Kay Anderson on LinkedIn. Okay, please do that. All right, so back to different relationships. And so we look at them through a different lens that says what our part is, or why, gives us answers as to why we did or didn't do what we should have done, or why we didn't even consider what we should have done. And the thing about this is that I truly, truly love and truly adore doing this work, because the results are strong. They can be quick, and they can be deep, very deep, deep results. So it's absolutely brilliant. Excuse me. Let's see. I'm looking here to see what else I don't want to miss anything. I don't want you to miss anything. I don't want you to miss a thing, kids. Okay. But anyway, so this is about taking tools that we have and using them from different perspectives so that we can get more clarity. Now, if you have any questions, you should be able to put questions here. I'll come back. I'll try to come back by the end of the day. If not, I'll get them after the weekend, and I'll give you, answer any questions that you have. That's brilliant. Any questions that you have. So the bottom line is, if you're stuck, if you don't feel you can move forward, or you don't know how to move forward, or if you're not clear of what you're moving forward to or why you're even moving forward, then this system is for you. Right now, we are offering this system as an in-person client system. We can do it online. And we're developing now a course that will take you through. So in other words, you will have a video with segments that will go ahead and take you through the very process that we are doing with you in person. So that's coming. We're hoping for the online system to be released in the spring. That's the hope for that. We can do online in person right now, and you can take it as a whole system, or we can pick and choose pieces that we want to do to help you with what you need help with. Okay. So hypnosis for the soul is life-changing, absolutely life-changing. And it has helped me even in my own life to be able to look at things differently, and to be able to move forward, to be able to say, do you know what? I need to understand why this relationship is going this way. I need to understand why I didn't do something that I probably should have done. I need to understand why in the world this little piece of energy that I thought I'd cleared out, why did it come back? Why did it come back? That has always been, when I started as an energy healer doing Reiki. That's what actually started me on this journey. I wanted to know, why did it come back? You could do Reiki and you could help people, and within a few months they're back, say, oh, it's gone. It's back. I'm not sure it was gone, but now it's not. And so I started looking for that's what I do. I look for the answers. When I run into something clinically, I go, well, why? Why? My mother was sick of hearing me ask why. Why is the sky blue? Why is this? And they said, as a baby, I used to tear my toys apart to see how they worked. And so this is what I'm doing. I'm tearing energy apart to see how it works, so we can find a better way to use it. That's basically what this amounts to. Okay. And I'll tell you my favorite story she tells me. I was a toddler, and this was back, now I am old. I am 66. However, I don't feel it, so that's great. But the bottom line is that she told me, this was back when the playpens were wooden. Now, I know a lot of you won't understand that. And that they were put together with wing nuts that slid on to the different screws and held the thing together. I figured out how to unscrew the wing nuts, flop down the side of the playpen, and I was gone. I escaped to figure out why. So I've always been inquisitive. I always want to know why. I always want to know how things work, and I want to know how they work so we can maybe improve upon that work to help people get better results than what they have been getting. That's what I do, and that's how I do it. So it's brilliant. It's the work that I love. And anyway, so I was telling you that we were trying to sort all this out. And then I had an experience with a client that, now I have had interactions with, let's call extraterrestrials, angels, guides, things like that before, okay? But never have I had one interrupt my session. And this person came, we were having a session, and all they could say was, Mary, somebody wants to come in and talk. I said, do you feel comfortable with them? And she's like, I think so. I said, okay. And I said, then relax and let's let it happen. And plus, the other part is, as an energy sensitive, I would have been able to tell I was focused on that energy, and I could tell it wasn't a harmful energy. It felt very calm and energetic and very, very, very even, very nice. So this particular energy comes in and identifies as an angel, and we work and talk, and we got messages that my client needed, and very soon they said, we have to go now. And I said, that's grand. Thank you very much for all your help. And we allowed them to go. When the session was over, I was talking to the client, and we were marveling about it. I'd never had an experience quite like that within a session. She'd never had any experience like this, period. So she was just baffled. And it was gorgeous. We had the most lovely, lovely session. But I woke up the next morning, and from that particular session, how this all started was, from that particular session, I woke up the next morning. I don't know what I dreamed, if I dreamt. I don't know. All I did is I got up, and as I stood up, I went, we're doing it all wrong. We're doing it all wrong. It has to be done this way. And I sat down, and in the first 30 minutes, I jotted down all these notes to begin this system. So this is spiritually inspired. It is as a direct result of a angelic interaction, and it is brilliant work. That's where it started, and from there I've developed onward into. So hypnosis for the soul can be comprised of as little as 4 hours of therapy to as many as we need, okay, or as many as we want. And each segment is, we identify when we start a particular segment, we go, all right, are we happy at that we've done enough of these that we don't need any more of this type? And then once we've decided that, we move on to the next. And the next segment's usually done once, but can be interspersed again if needed. The next segment we move into, this could be, this is usually done once, or if we find there's more issues, we can do it again. And the final part is a part in which we look at the next step of everything that we need to know, looking at environment and things like that. And again, so there's always direct consultation going on, making sure that you're happy with what we've done. Do you feel, and then I say what I think, and then we decide what course of action we need to take. So it's very interactive. It's a very interactive therapy, but it's also a therapy in which the client and I interact and decide and choose how we're going to proceed or not proceed and do. So it's very interactive. You're not out in the cold. It's not me sitting there, well, you need this and you need this. No. We work with each other and we make sure that it happens. So I have a short talk today because it's new. I have a lot of things, and hopefully by the end of the week, by the end of the weekend, I'll have some more testimonials up on my website, which is vibrationalinstitute.com. I'll have some information up there in which you'll be able to go and check and listen to some of the testimonials that have happened. All right. So pretty much that's the crux of my talk. The main thing I want you to remember, it's about looking at your life, your soul, your energy, every aspect, relationships, environment, what I did, what I didn't do. We're looking at it from a different perspective. And we're actually going and creating change within the session. The change is happening in the session as we create the change. We either remove or we bring in or we do. It's very, very interactive session. Very interactive sessions. Now, because of this, and now we're going to get to some fun stuff real quick. The reason that I'm bringing this to you today is that this concept has made me a finalist in the Entrepreneur X Factor. Okay? So I'm a finalist in the Entrepreneur X Factor. And just like the X Factor, I have to have people vote for me. How about that? And it's there are 5 global judges, 7 judges from all over the globe, India, California, and South Africa, to name a few. And they are looking at what I do. They're looking at everything. We're all under the microscope here. And so, just like X Factor, I'm asking for your votes. Okay. Now, how does it work? And I'll put it up on the top here. Just go to, on the website, Entrepreneur. That's ENTREPRE. Oh, forget it. I can't spell it. I'll spell it on the top. entrpreneurxfactor.com. That's entrpreneurxfactor.com. When you go to the site, scroll down and you will see a blue button that says vote. Now, you can go there on the second one down and you can vote for me. But if you'd like to know more about the Hypnosis for the Soul, just when you get to the vote button, just scroll down a little bit and you'll see a big block with my name on it, second one. Click it and it will give you my 2-minute video, which explains in just a bit more detail about what's happening and what this is all about. Okay? And then go back to vote and vote for me. So you can just vote for me, or you can have a look at the video and decide, do I really want to vote for her? Anyway, if you've already voted, thank you so much. I appreciate your votes and thank you so much. But, excuse me. So again, Entrepreneur X Factor. Once you get to the site, go to the blue button, press the blue button, click on my name and vote for me. If you want to see the video, go below the vote button and click on a big square that says Mary Kay Anderson, Intuitive Healer. Press on that and you'll see my 2-minute video that talks in a little more depth about what it is that this is all about. So I'm so excited because this stuff is good and this stuff, it's different and it is going to help people change quickly, completely, and thoroughly. And those are my predictions. All right. Listen, thank you very much. If you're interested in your own session, then email me at vibrationalinstitute@gmail.com. Okay? vibrationalinstitute@gmail.com. You can do that. You can go to my Facebook page, Mary Kay Anderson. You can send me a message or go to Vibe Institute, send me a message or text me 085-275-0262. And there's also WhatsApp. I've become a real good fan of WhatsApp. I didn't like WhatsApp before, but I'm a big fan now. Okay, that's what I've got, guys. I'm sorry it's such a short little video, but the bottom line is, if you are ready to step further, higher, and clearer than you've ever been before, if you want clarity, if you want to gain courage, if you want to conquer those things that are holding you in place, then Hypnosis for the Soul is for you. We can help you with that. And if you're interested to know more or you're interested in a session, please email me at vibrationalinstitute@gmail.com or find me on Facebook or find me on WhatsApp. Listen, guys, amazing. Thank you all so much. Don't forget entrpreneurxfactor.com, blue vote button, and vote for me, please. Love you all. See you next time. Bye.